So this is mouse melon. Not sure if I've gone over it. I had one plant over by the cook area. I took those and spread the seeds around. So it's growing all over back here. Got these kind of leaves, really thin things. Makes a yellow flower, but then turns into the melon. This is, not fully ripe. And I've had these, when I was clearing it, that were even bigger than these. And like long, and actually look like watermelons. These somewhat resemble watermelons. Some will have lines, but they're a lot more pronounced on the one. Doing some pollinating, very nice. Making me some more melons. And it's been making melons for a while. Like this one right here is fully ripe. And it looks black, but it's just super dark green. Like it'll keep getting darker and darker green. When it's like this, it tastes like a cucumber. And then when it's super dark green, fully ripe, it tastes like a some kind of a berry, Oh, whoops. Doesn't really. I'm not a fan of it when it's fully ripe. But I like them like this because they're like cucumbers. Cucumbers give me gas. I haven't eaten enough of these to maybe get gassy from it. I think it's just the wax on cucumbers. It seems like I don't wash vegetables, so getting them from the store, they do a real good job of pollinating the passion flowers, these guys. When they're not digging holes in your wood, they're doing real nice things. And that little trap seems to be doing the trick. Before they'd constantly be digging holes. And I've only had like a few of them dig holes. So I'm going to go ahead and pick these though. This video is going to be making a mouse melon tomato salad. Kind of using the wild edibles. So some nice mouse melons right there. These are some tomatoes and a sweet onion. These are actually beefsteak tomatoes, but you can see this one's like the size of a cherry tomato. It's growing them kind of, not actually growing them, just letting them do their thing, This is either the initial plant that I spread around, or one of its seeds, that it dropped, because that's where the initial was. But so I don't want to eat these, because these aren't that tasty. So I'm just gonna, this is a fig tree. This is actually lettuce, but it's just been mauled by like caterpillars and things, like they just ruined it, Got some green tomato still. So I'm just gonna take this and kind of, I don't know if it'll, those are like seeds right there. Kind of like tomato seeds. So I'm just gonna go around, squeeze these out. This is a fig tree tomato. Yeah, I got a ripe one. Two ripe ones kind of buried in there. I didn't see them. This is how I like to garden, is to not actually garden. Like these tomatoes, I did this with You know, now I got little tomato plants. Just squeeze it. Squeeze it. This is a fig. Let's see. Plant the next generation. This is a fig. Not the mouse melons. This tomato's gonna be fruiting good. It's got a lot of flowers. This is a tomato on a apple tree. So this is my only pear tree. I think it's Ayers. Yeah, Ayers pear. It's got these nice little side shoots. That came 3 of them. So I'm going to grab those for cuttings, you know, to make 3 more pear trees, because 1 pear tree isn't enough. This is an apple tree. It got uprooted, you know. The armadillo uprooted it. So, look at all the seeds. After it, this is my shower right here. So I do most of my showers. What was that? I do it over here because it's got the most fall. You know, it's kind of like decent water pressure. Yeah, the armadillo stopped uprooting my trees after it. So I already did this one. After it ate all the flowers. It left those though. You know, that's like a store-bought flower. It missed that. I think that's a store-bought flower as well. Not flowering, you know, because it got so uprooted. Another store-bought flower, that one right there. And then these are too, you know, but it didn't eat these. So there's used to be a tree right in here. An apple tree. So the thing about these wild fruits that I like is that you don't need to baby them. Here's another store-bought that made it. Armadillo didn't find it. So it killed one tree and badly wounded that other one. This one's got a tomato. This tomato's doing good. It's just starting to flower. Give it this. So I got 2. I'm just gonna put these on the planters. So this would be a good dish for doing a fish fry. You know, this is gonna be like a vinaigrette, but this is jumbled mess of passion fruits. So they're kind of around here, but just give it some extras. Okay. This is how I like to garden. Oh, and this stuff. Can't remember what it's called. Hasn't done any fruit though. It did a few flowers that never got pollinated. It's spreading out real good. So I'm just letting it go. Once I get more passion fruits, once they're ready to harvest, I'm going to start pulling it out, you know. Get it traversable, because I do want this path open, you know. But it's kind of like I might as well let it grow, because I can cut that. You know, here's one of these. You know, it looks like it's thorns, but it's just hair, you know. So, yeah, I can cut it, because I don't want it growing here, because this is the path. So I can just cut it, though, and, you know, do some propagations. See if I can get it to propagate. You know, actually use some rooting hormone this time. Yeah, so this is like nice little baby tomato. What do you call it? This compost pile has some tomatoes growing in it, you know, and those kind of self-seeded. And then those are what I spread around the trees, you know, and one of them self-seeded here again, you know. Over there, the original goji berries aren't doing that good because it's getting blocked out by the sun, I think, you know. The figs are blocking out the sun. But it's spreading underground, so here's like a new goji berry kind of sprouting up, you know. And the bad boy. I took most of them off of this, but I mean it's still growing, so it'll get some more. This might be a good goji berry recipe. Toss in a few goji berries, but I don't got that many. And critters eat the goji berries, but they don't eat these. They don't eat these seed. I don't eat these mouse melons. So I'm gonna save those. Probably use these. And this one too. Save those for sandwiches. I'm gonna dice up this onion, those tomatoes, pop it in. Chopped up, nice. So this is gonna be kind of like a vinaigrette. That's like a half teaspoon of sugar. Like a quarter teaspoon of pepper. So I keep salt and sugar in Ziplocs because of humidity. I'm gonna give it more. Maybe like a third teaspoon of salt. Say like a half a teaspoon crushed red pepper. Quarter teaspoon of garlic powder.
This is not just about the overall idea of leaving Afghanistan. This is about leaving hastily and ineptly. Secretary Blinken, how did President Biden get this so wrong?
It's like, that's like 1.5. 2 teaspoons of white vinegar. There's one. Call that 2, maybe 2.25 teaspoons of olive oil. So kind of like a classic vinaigrette. I'm gonna mix that up. Give it some more salt. Now I'm gonna try some with some tartar sauce. I happen to be a fan of tartar sauce, but I got it for doing a fish fry.
Last night, I'm going to start with the list of things that happened. So at 10:30 last night, Tina Peters, another guy with her that's here, his house got raided, 4 children, and his house got everything taken, all electronics and everything. Last night when I got to the hotel, I was attacked.
Pretty good. But I'm gonna give it a little bit of tartar sauce and call it good. I don't got beans, you know, but it'd be like a nice 3-bean salad. Throwing it in there. That's it for this one.